if you blend gangster rap, I want to, like killing is good now. Like we glorify the drug dealer, we glorify the mass murderer. If the more black people you kill, the more we admire you. So you blend the KKK gangster rap with the Diddy excessive materialism, party all the time, not anything productive. You're always at a party. You're always spending money on Louis and Gucci, like all this. So you blend those two things together. All you got is a whole culture that's built on excessive materialism, a lack of productivity, and violence. You blend all that together. You're not productive. You're wasting all your money, and you're glorifying the murder of black people. What kind of wealth is going to come out of a community like that? What kind of wealth is going to come out of a community where you're looking up to people? You're looking up to a 50-year-old man who's been dancing since he was 21 years old. He's 50 something years old, dancing like he's a teenager. That is not black excellence. There's no black excellence there. He's a drug addict. He's got a sex addiction. He's done horrible things to people. There's nothing excellent about that. So my point is to say that I think that we have to probably sit back and ask ourselves, what the hell are we doing? What are we creating here? And then here's the thing that I need you to understand is that if you support a culture like that, because a lot of people just go along with it because it's popular. They're afraid of being ostracized. They're afraid of not being cool. They're afraid of not fitting in. So if you glorify that culture, then why the hell would you be surprised when black wealth has gone down in a negative direction? Why would you be surprised that why in the world would you expect wealth to go up when millions of kids are looking up to some drug addicted loser who's dancing around at the age of 50 like he's 14 years old? There's nothing about that speaks to ambition and success. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So what I'm saying is that if you want to understand the data in terms of what produces a wealth building culture, I will break it down for you as simply as I can. Number one, strong families. Communities that have strong families build wealth better than communities that have jacked up, traumatized, broken pieces of family. Strong families is a wealth builder. You can learn how to do that. You can read a book on that. Same way you can learn how to read a book on how to do the latest dance or whatever, or you watch YouTube tutorials on where them fans at and all that. You can also learn how to build a strong family. You can study that. Number two, education. A relentless commitment to education and knowledge, not just going to school. A lot of people think that going to school is the same as being educated. They're not the same. I'm a professor. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people who didn't go to school who are highly educated. I know a lot of people who went to school a long time who don't know jack. Education, learning, knowledge means acquiring the skill required for you to achieve the goal. They call it dynamic optimization in mathematics. Dynamic optimization is when you work from the goal and you work backward. You say, where am I trying to be? And then you figure out what steps are required for you to get there. That's what education should be, instead of you going to school and learning whatever a white man puts in front of you and somehow thinking that that's going to progress you in your life, when really he's training you to be his slave. He's preparing you to work for him. He's preparing you to be his economic bitch. That's what they're doing. They put you in school to train you to go into debt. And then after you go into debt with your student loans, you go get some job that doesn't pay you enough money to build wealth. And then you're confused because you're 55 and you don't understand how you've been working 30 years and you have a lower net worth than a newborn baby born in the hospital last week. That's the game. That's the hustle. That's the culture. What else? What else builds wealth? So we talked about this. Was it family, education, uh, discipline, discipline? Oh, and there's so many different directions I can go in with that one. But let's start with just this culture that tells men to go put their penis in any working vagina within a 100-mile radius. That's not discipline. Or let's talk about the culture when I was in college, where I saw a lot of friends that would run to the step shows but didn't want to go to the library. That's discipline. Or people that get money and want to spend the money and spend all of it instead of saving and investing some of the money. That's discipline. Discipline, delayed gratification. Delayed gratification means sacrificing the present so you can have more in the future. Question I ask you,